All right, we will just continue. We're on lesson B. Let's take a look. Lesson 12, B. Letter to the Better Business Bureau. The young man learned many valuable lessons from this bad experience with the Better Business Bureau and is much happier nowadays because he is very selective about the people he chooses to do business with. He still maintains the highest personal integrity possible and has designed his educational program to answer all the questions concerning his program correctly for those who are not too lazy to read. The young man has also discovered that most people who are brainwashed to think it is necessary to call the Better Business Bureau or anyone else for an endorsement before purchasing any product or service are, generally speaking, functionally illiterate persons who are habitual failures at everything they do. Our company policy is, if you like what we offer, we are happy to serve you and assist you any way we possibly can. We do not high pressure anyone into purchasing our program. We know the world is full of brain dead people, but we will not like to take the responsibility for these people being this way. They have a choice in life to better themselves or remain ignorant. If a person is so ignorant that they must call someone who knows nothing about us to ask 50,000 questions about us before they spend $29 or $79 for our material, they are not the type of people we want to represent our program. This may seem to be a strange attitude from your perspective, but I assure you my feelings are justified, and it is not because I am dishonest in any way. I simply believe in minding my own business, working with mentally competent people, and taking care of those who care about me. I have answered letters of inquiry from your office several times after people have called your office for information. I have told you each time that I do not wish to be a member of your organization, and I do not need an endorsement from you to sell my material to mentally competent people. When anyone questions my integrity, they offend me personally. I do not like to do business with non-thinking, critical, not productive persons. I'm sure you feel that what you do is important to the community. From my perspective, you are only selling memberships to serve your own interest. You live in a negative world of self-inflicted despair and nurture doubt and fear in the minds of those who are too ignorant to make their own decisions. They would be much better off asking their mother for advice than calling you. I do not intend to live in a garbage dump or do business with those who do. I would appreciate you maintaining a copy of this letter in your files. Please mail it to anyone who calls for information about my company. This letter will be included in my distributor kit so my customers will know up front how I feel about your agency and what you are supposed to say about my company when inquiries are made. I have an audio cassette recording of an employee within the Fort Worth Better Business Bureau office giving derogatory, erroneous information concerning my company, expressing her personal opinion about me and my company to someone in my program simply because I feel that my business is none of your business. I do not want to file a lawsuit against anyone, but I will if employees of the Better Business Bureau continue to slander me and my business without justification. I have a right to my privacy and a right not to provide you with any information concerning my business. Your actions show deliberate, malicious intent to slander those who do not do business with you and negligence on your part. Your organization reminds me of Al Capone. My people will be instructed to record the conversations they have with the Better Business Bureau from time to time to check on how you respond to their inquiry. Those tapes will be used to establish a pattern of negligent activity and prove probable cause for action, and I will take them to my attorney if necessary. It would be wise of you to keep your mouth shut when it comes to giving out any information or suggestions to individuals about my company. I would love to sue you. Newspapers are protected under free speech, but that does not apply to individuals who negligently slander another person or business. Think before you talk. Statement to be read or mailed to anyone requesting information concerning Paymaster Multifax. Here he goes. The owner of Paymaster Multifax has requested that we provide this information to anyone who calls for information. Paymaster Multifax is a 6-year-old company which sells educational material concerning the network marketing industry. It is not a network marketing company or an illegal pyramid scheme. It is a sole proprietorship owned by James Phipps of Colleyville, Texas, registered to business in the state of Texas, Tarrant County, Texas. Phone number is number 1. All questions concerning this program are answered within the company material provided by your salesperson. Please contact that person for all information. Number 2, the company owner has requested that we do not provide any additional information concerning his business as he feels we would be invading his right to privacy. He has promised legal action against us as individual citizens for slander if we disclose any information which may reflect the personal opinion of a Better Business Bureau employee towards his company, or an unjustified erroneous legal opinion, or even the slightest implication by a Better Business Bureau employee that there may be something wrong with doing business with Paymaster Multifax. We are not in the business of providing legal opinions on operating procedures of any business, nor are we in a position to interpret legal decisions made by any judiciary. We do not have any facts concerning any litigation this company may have or the results from such litigation. Mr. Phipps has informed us that he is in litigation with the state of Michigan at this time, but that is nothing for any individual to worry about, and he will continue to do business in the state of Michigan as long as there is a U.S. Constitution. The opinion of a paid, pompous political person, assistant attorney, attorney general, or a paid corrupt judge does not mean anything to Mr. Phipps. Okay, so the opinion of a paid judge or attorney general does not mean anything to Mr. Phipps. It is my desire to simply educate people. If this education results in running crooked politicians out of office, then we will be much better off. Regulations and laws concerning all businesses are very complex, and most businesses maintain a staff of attorneys to address any legal issues in the proper manner, such as in a court of law, before 12 honest citizens who are not prejudiced. Mr. Phipps has not been charged with any crime, and he says he will not be run out of business by illegal, manipulative civil actions from a crooked politician trying to restrict his speech or press, or wrongfully interfere with the free enterprise system where he is concerned. We do not have any allegations by any individuals on file which have not been answered completely by Mr. Phipps. If you have any doubts about purchasing Mr. Phipps' educational program, knowing this, Mr. Phipps suggests that you keep your $79. Note to the Better Business Bureau: do not suggest that any person contact the Attorney General of their state or anyone else. This action is what stimulates action against companies rather than complaints. The Attorney General does not like for people who cannot think for themselves to waste the time of his staff answering questions about companies they do not even have complaints against. If we have a legitimate complaint from one of our customers, we will take care of it. We do not need you to mind our business. It will be impossible to convince very many intelligent people that the spending of $179 for an educational program will somehow bankrupt an entire nation. Have a nice day. Justice prevails when the public is educated. And we have a picture of a judge, perhaps a defendant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, perhaps jury persons. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, perhaps 27 people watching. Justice prevails when the public is educated. It's time for me to open up my own newspaper, or what people call a blog. And at the same time, I will educate myself about the Constitution and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It was supposed to be taught in schools. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights was supposed to be taught in schools, but it wasn't. My grandfather told me to read it around when I was 20 years old, and I read it when I was 40 years old, 3 years ago. And it just opened up my eyes. It comes from the Bible, so it's like a love letter. It tells you have the right to get married and start a family. That for a young man is encouraging. Especially shy young men. God bless you and those that surround you. For myself, I need to start organizing my books so that I can start rewriting these books and offering them for free, and at the same time offering a way for people to study and memorize so that when they are under pressure, they can remember what they're supposed to say or not say and things like that. Like, I'll give you one now. Do not talk to the police. If they come to ask you questions about domestic problems like with you and your wife or something, or you and your children, because they will only use it against you. So do not talk to the police at all. I would call the police when something goes wrong, like a person is attacking me or doing something wrong. But there are so many lies that innocent people end up incarcerated. So you gotta learn what to say, when to say it, and when to be silent. God bless you and those that surround you. Go do a good deed. Go help somebody with their gardening by cutting their grass, or reading to a child, or just take a couple of soccer balls and go play soccer with some children that are lonely. All right. Enjoy your life. Go do something for God. Bye-bye.